Coming up with 3 statewide recounts ahead, the Florida election is heading toward an unprecedented conclusion. Plus, a community in mourning pays tribute to those killed in a bar shooting in Thousand Oaks, California. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at noon.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us. Topping our news today at noon. Days after Florida's election, a U.S. Senate seat remains in limbo. The governor's race moved to within recount range, and the Democratic candidate for Agriculture Commissioner assumed a narrow lead. And 2 Florida counties are once again at the center of a brewing controversy over vote counting. Janine Stanwood has a story.
Every Floridian should be concerned there may be rampant fraud happening in Palm Beach and Broward counties.
In a late-night news conference, Rick Scott, in his own possible recount with Bill Nelson for U.S. Senate, ripping into the Broward Supervisor of Elections, Brenda Snipes, for what he says is hindering the tabulation process, filing these 2 separate lawsuits against her and the supervisor in Palm Beach County, and asking for an investigation by the FDLE.
We've all seen the incompetence and the irregularities in vote tabulations in Broward and Palm Beach for years. Well, here we go again. I will not sit idly by while unethical liberals try to steal this election from the great people of Florida.
He owns the FDLE. In response, Snipes had little to say. We're told these carts full of still untabulated mail-in ballots have now been counted. Local 10's Jeff Weinseer asking Snipes earlier, what took so long?
But other counties have been able to do it.
But other counties didn't have 600,000 votes out there.
Well, Miami-Dade did.
Well, have you been inside Miami? Never mind. Let me go check. I'll check.
But it's a serious issue. It always seems like
it is a serious issue with me.
The governor's race also hangs in the balance. The margin between conservative Ron DeSantis and progressive Andrew Gillum is now below that magic 0.5%. DeSantis talking about it in Hialeah Gardens for the first time.
We're working really hard on the transition. We'll let the lawyers do what they got to do, but we're good, and I'm looking forward to serving. Thank you, guys.
Gillum taking to Facebook Live.
We're hopeful that every single vote will be counted in this race, and that way that all of us can walk away feeling extremely confident about what each and every one of us did.
Well, back here on the Suncoast, Sarasota and Manatee counties are preparing for a possible recount. The supervisor of elections office is working nearly around the clock to figure out logistics and put plans in place. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick joins us now with that story. Jess?
Scott, Sarasota County submitted its first unofficial election results to the state yesterday after going through and tallying all of the provisional ballots. Manatee County submitted their unofficial results last night. Every county in the state has until noon tomorrow to do the same, and then the state will declare whether or not there are recounts in these 3 questionable races. If any of the races are within half of a percentage point, the state automatically declares a machine recount. As soon as that happens, the Sarasota County Supervisor of Election staff will begin retallying the votes. Every county would have until next Thursday at 3 p.m. to finish the recount. After that, if any races are within 0.25%, that's when a manual recount will be issued. Right now, all of the machines and more than 200,000 ballots cast in Sarasota County are being stored in a secure warehouse.
We've had a lot of questions from voters. Did my ballot count? Did my ballot tabulate? If they go to our website and look at the ballot tracker link that's on there, it will now say if your ballot has been received and tabulated. Because we've heard from hundreds, if not in the thousands of people asking us this in the last 24 to 48 hours.
We also have a link on our website, mysuncoast.com, where you can go to check if your ballot was counted. There are no more ballots that need to be counted in either Sarasota or Manatee counties. We'll have much more on this story, including how things are going specifically in Manatee County, coming up tonight at 5. Scott.
All right, Jess, thank you so much. Let's get a check now on our Friday weather. Almost the weekend for a lot of folks, and you're closer than many after a long day.
1 hour away.
Yeah. So how are we looking?
Good, I think. At least half the weekend is going to be, I think, very pleasant. The temperatures might not be below average. It might not be in the 70s, but they'll be in the low 80s, about where we should be for this time of year. And the humidity will be a little bit lower, so I'll take that over 86, 87 degrees.
Definitely.
anytime. I mean, it's that time of year, right? You should be getting a little bit of cooler air around. We're looking at the Van Wezel webcam put into motion. It's pretty nice, actually. A lot of blue sky out there. We've had some drier air kind of slip in, and that drier air coming in at us from the Gulf waters is a great thing, because what that will do will be to eliminate the risk of any kind of heavy rainfall from a frontal boundary that will be sinking southward. Now, yesterday we got some rains around. Day before we got some rains around. I think today we'll probably see some rains around, but maybe a little fewer than we did yesterday. They'll be inland again, east of the interstate. Currently nothing in progress. Had some airport delays earlier on at the Atlanta airport because of the showers that are ongoing there. That's all part of a frontal system which will get a secondary nudge from a little bit of cooler air back to the northwest, and that will eventually push that front through our area, though I think a lot of that showery activity is going to kind of fall apart before it ever makes it to us. We'll look for temperatures that'll again be on the warm side. Right now, 84 degrees in Bradenton, 85 degrees in Sarasota. Most everywhere at 85 degrees or thereabouts, 84, 83, somewhere in there. Temperatures, though, running a little bit cooler than they were yesterday by a couple of degrees. We had some clear morning skies that allowed for some of the heat to escape, and so consequently started off a little bit cooler. But I think we'll make up for that this afternoon. We'll go with about 87 for a daytime high, put it at 84 by 3 p.m. as we develop a west coast sea breeze once again. That'll lead to our 10% chance of an inland shower later in the day. We'll have the complete weekend forecast for you coming up in just a few. Scott.
All right, John, thank you. We're now learning more about the 12 people killed in that deadly mass shooting in a Southern California bar this week. The tight-knit community of Thousand Oaks, California, now paying tribute to the victims. Paul Verkaman is outside the bar with the latest.
A moving tribute as a community bands together to remember 11 lives cut short.
I realized, I don't know how I survived that, because at any moment I could have been shot.
Authorities have now identified 6 of the victims who were gunned down during college night at the Borderline Bar and Grill in Thousand Oaks. It includes Ron Hellis, a Ventura County Sheriff's deputy being called a hero. He was hoping to retire soon after 29 years with the county. Church volunteer Noel Sparks was also killed, along with Marine Corps vet Dan Manrique, 23-year-old Justin Meek, college student Elena Housley, and 22-year-old Cody Kaufman.
He stood up and he said to us, "Get out." He's one of the reasons that I'm here right now. He will always be my hero, and now he's my angel.
We're also learning new details about the man authorities say carried out the massacre. Investigators say this 28-year-old former Marine walked inside the popular bar wearing a black trench coat and sunglasses. Authorities say he was armed with a handgun fitted with an extended magazine and opened fire. He was found dead inside.
It's just a miracle that I got out with all my friends alive.
That's Paul Verkaman reporting. In Washington, newly elected House Democrats are promising congressional action on gun control. Measures including expanded background checks and a ban on assault-style weapons are likely to reach the House floor. But it won't be easy. While Democrats now have a majority in the House after 8 years, the Senate is still controlled by Republicans who have resisted gun control measures. And for the latest on breaking news across the world and here on the Suncoast, don't forget you can download our apps, go to your app store and look for WWSB or My Suncoast. Still to come in your Suncoast News, a hospital in Australia has successfully separated 2 conjoined twins after an intense 6-hour surgery. And the FDA is taking a drastic step in response to a dramatic increase in vaping among teenagers.
Monday at 9 on Suncoast View.
Pink Conference challenges us to change the way we view our lives, our work, and our world. I'm Linda Carson. On Suncoast View, we get a preview of next month's event of international thought leaders who offer breakthrough ideas. We meet the new maestro of the Venice Symphony, preview Folk Legends musical trio, and Spice and Tea Exchange are in the kitchen.
Monday at 9 on Suncoast View.
Ready to open up new opportunities as an electrician? Don't do it yourself. Team up with Mr. Sparky instead. We're locally owned and looking for people like you. We offer our electricians great perks that you just won't get going it alone. And whether you're an apprentice, a master electrician, or somewhere in between, we have a spot for you.
Best decision I ever made.
Apply online or call today.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Since 1847, the Grand Hotel has earned a worldwide reputation for elegance and hospitality. Now the Grand has been transformed with reimagined rooms and suites and exceptional fine dining and meeting spaces. The spa is more luxurious, and championship golf will test your game, all overlooking beautiful Mobile Bay. The Grand Hotel Golf Resort and Spa. Timeless elegance transformed. For reservations, visit grand1847.com.
There are lots of people who are confused about which Medicare plan is right for them.
Hey, that's me. I barely know where to start.
Well, start here with me, Karen. I'm a licensed Humana sales agent.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Karen. I'm John Smith.
Hi, John. At Humana, we know you're unique, so you have different needs from other John Smiths.
Yeah, I've always thought so.
And together, we can find a plan that's right for you.
Great. I go to the doctor a couple of times a year, and I have some prescriptions, but I'm never fully sure of what's covered and what's not.
With Humana's all-in-one Medicare Advantage plans, you get coverage for hospital stays, doctor visits, and Part D prescription drug benefits, all for an affordable and sometimes no monthly plan premium.
Do you have any more information?
Sure. I'll get a decision guide in the mail to you today. They're free.
Finally, someone who understands the real me.
Your health and happiness is important to us. Call or go online now to get your free decision guide. Call a licensed Humana sales agent today.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
So one more warm day, and then we'll start to cool down just a little bit. Eventually, I think as we head into the midweek next week, we get a nice little cool down that I think a lot of us are going to appreciate. And that one will last probably for 4, 5, 6 days. And then another one is down the road, it does look like, right around Thanksgiving. So I think we're starting to see where the fronts are becoming a little bit stronger, and they're coming in a series of about one every 5, 7 days. We're looking at an 85-degree air temperature out there right now. Plenty of sunshine around. We have a southwest wind coming in at about 10, so we're getting that little turn to the west. Temperature is going to start stabilizing and then start actually even maybe lowering a little bit as the water temperatures are in the upper 70s. So it'll kind of cool things off right along the immediate coastline. Dew point value is still high at 72, no doubt about that. It feels kind of humid out there for this time of year, but we'll watch those humidity values begin to lower as well as we get into the weekend and get a little bit of drier air starting to work its way in. Already has started to work its way in aloft. Got 84 degrees, I think, by about 3 p.m. as the west coast sea breeze significantly builds and moves inland with about a 10% chance of showers by this evening. Kind of like summertime showers at this time of year, right? And then as we move into the evening hours, we'll watch our temperatures once again fall. Maybe a little patchy fog around tomorrow morning, but we'll also see the wind starting to pick up a little bit, so maybe the fog problem won't be like it has been over the last several mornings in well inland locations. We're not looking at a whole lot of rainfall around right now. In fact, it's blank as it can be on our radar scans, and it's probably the way it's going to be for the next 5, 6 hours or so. There's our frontal boundary. It's certainly producing a lot of weather back to the west. Pensacola, areas around Panama City, unfortunately getting more rain, some of it heavy at times today. They're in line for more rainfall as this system moves to the east. Atlanta Airport, as I mentioned, had some airport delays, and further to the north, it's falling as snow showers. Going to get some appreciable snowfall totals, actually, in some locations, especially at higher elevations and right along the lake effect snow belts of the Great Lakes. There you can see accumulations of up to half a foot already. So there's definitely some colder air around, and that's moving now into Pennsylvania and western New York City, I think, where we'll see accumulations, as I mentioned, right along the lake effect zones and at high elevations of up to half a foot of snow. So it's pretty impressive for this time of year. We're watching the drier air moving in here on the water vapor imagery. Here, the tan colors are the drier air, and you can see it just kind of encompassing the peninsula here. We've got some more moisture down the road. That's our frontal boundary, but it's going to be moving into air that's so dry that I don't think it has much of a chance of producing a whole lot of rainfall. If we see a few sprinkles or an isolated shower or two during the overnight through tomorrow morning, kind of be lucky. I think a lot of it will just fall apart as it heads south. What's going to happen is we have two frontal boundaries that are going to kind of team up. One is going to want to stall out, but the second one will give it the nudge necessary to push down below us by tomorrow afternoon. Some drier, less humid air will start to fill in. Temperatures will run around 5 degrees cooler than we have seen, coming in about average for this time of year in the lower 80s. It'll feel nice. Then a secondary surge of cooler air will come our way later next week, Tuesday into Wednesdays, with a lot of the cooler air filtering in Wednesday and Thursday. Sun cloud mix, still warm today, cooler Saturday with that drier, less humid air for at least half of the weekend. I think moisture will probably start to return as we head into Sunday and Sunday night particularly. Southeast wind at about 5 to 10. Expect a light chop on bay and inland waters today. Today, 87 will go with 84 tomorrow, a little bit cooler, drier air. Sunday, 83. We'll start to see the humidity return in the second half overnight Sunday and into Monday with about a 20% chance of a shower. The stronger front moves through Tuesday with a good chance of rain, 50% chance of showers, probably not thunderstorms though. And then the cooler air arrives right straight into next weekend with daytime highs in the low 70s. Scott?
Those look nice. All right, John, thank you. In HealthSmart, a warning for turkey lovers as we get closer to Thanksgiving. Dozens of new cases of salmonella linked to raw turkey products have sprung up around the country, including here in Florida, and one person has died. According to the CDC, since July, 164 people have become sick in 35 states. Many of the people who got sick reported eating or preparing different types of turkey products purchased from multiple locations. The FDA plans to crack down even more on e-cigarettes. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration is expected to announce several changes as early as next week. Most flavored e-cigarettes in convenience stores and gas stations could be banned, but the products would be available in vape and tobacco shops. The agency also plans to add an age verification requirement for online sales. Doctors at a hospital in Melbourne, Australia, have successfully separated two conjoined twins. The twin girls, Nima and Dawa, aged 14 months, underwent the operation at Melbourne's Royal Children's Hospital.
I mean, there's nothing better with any operation but to be able to go to the parents and say, we've been able to look after your child, we've been able to do what we set out to do, and that we feel confident that they will be able to recover from this and go forward.
The two girls were joined at the stomach and have grown up facing each other, unable to move independently. Well, it's time for lunch, so let's head over to the kitchen and say hello to Chef Flavio from Flavio's on Siesta Key. Flavio, great to have you back in our kitchen. What are you fixing for us today?
Yes, Cotto. Today we're fishing and we have like homemade tagliolini lemon pasta with stone crab, red pepper, and lemon zest. This is going to be our dish.
It's year-end clearance time at every Gettle location. Over 3,000 new vehicles, over 1,000 used vehicles on clearance right now at Gettle.com. And Gettle Pre-Owned Certified Plus means buying with peace of mind. Get credit help, fast cash for your car, and year-end clearance prices right now at a Gettle dealership near you. Gettle's got it. At Gettle.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Helping families with mesothelioma is all we do. My firm has been offering a free book on mesothelioma for over 10 years. Since that time, hundreds of people with mesothelioma have trusted us to represent them. We have local offices throughout the U.S. and there is no risk to you. Mesothelioma really is all we do. Call us at 1-800-485-6000. That's 1-800-485-6000. Or go to mesoonlylaw.com.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blog, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
Well, it's time now to meet our pet of the week. John is with Marsha Panucci, the host of Animal Outtakes and founder of Dante's Den, to tell us more about Mama.
Yeah, we got Mama here, don't we? Okay, I have to sit right like this because we need a shot of Mama, and this is the only way we can get the shot. So, hence, Mama gets the seat. Because if Mama ain't happy, nobody's happy. So hopefully Mama gets adopted today. Tell us about Mama.
Well, Mama is about 1.5 years old, and we had her puppy out here about 4 weeks ago, Georgie. She was a wonderful mom, and now she's done with that, by the way. She's had it. Yep. Okay, she sent him on his way. Right. But she hasn't met a person or another dog that she does not love.
Very good nature.
Yeah, she's got a great super personality. She loves to ride into cars, and she'll take walks with you. She'll play with you. And, you know, it just doesn't get any better than this dog. Look at how calm she is with all of the equipment around here. She's just beautiful.
She likes good ear scratching, too.
Yes.
You know.
Well, hey.
But who doesn't, right? I mean, come on, let's
I'll
be
move
honest.
over, too.
That's right. I mean, let's be honest. Do we know if she has any health issues that
we have not seen any health issues. She's very, very healthy and very active. She just loves to play. She'll play with you. She'll play with other dogs. You know, I always say this, every dog that comes on is perfect, but this one really is.
Yeah, she really is. And she weighs in at about what, maybe 45?
Around 38 to 42 pounds. She's somewhere in there, yeah.
So she could still squeak under a lot of the condo restrictions.
Absolutely, John, she can. And you know what I always say, you know, just tell them that the dog is there and they're 25 pounds and oh my gosh, they must have had a weight gain.
That's what happened.
You know, things happen.
Well, you could consult your lawyer before taking that stance, I would say. Oh, a beautiful, beautiful dog, and available for adoption how?
Yes, well, she's presented today by Dante's Den, and you can call 941-219-3730. And she's going to be going back now to the den. She'll probably be playing in the pool, and she'll be waiting for your call.
Honestly, I got to tell you, it is a sweet, sweet dog that we have here today, and would make anybody's family a very happy addition, I have no doubt. Yeah. Good luck, Mama. You're a sweetheart. Thanks, Marsh, for bringing him in.
Thanks, John.
Can I have my chair
Thanks
back
for
now,
the
Mama?
chair.
You're welcome. Scott.
Thank you both. ABC 7 is teaming up with Gettle Automotive to celebrate teachers in our community. We're calling them Chalkboard Champions. ABC 7's Jacqueline Matter introduces us to Atwater Elementary first grade teacher Kayla Conley.
Good afternoon. Are you Miss Conley?
I am Mrs. Conley.
I am Jacqueline Matter, and with ABC 7 and Gettle Automotive, we wanted to award you with our Chalkboard Champion of the Month for everything you do for our students here in Sarasota County.
I don't know what to say.
For many teachers, including Kayla Conley, spending much of their own money for classroom and student needs is unavoidable.
It is very hard
to be able to give these guys the best that I can with the little bit of money that I have extra left over between my family and everything. So anything I do have extra, I give back to them.
Conley's fellow teacher says it's her love of teaching and commitment to her students that makes her stand out.
She is somebody that the other teachers can really go to when they need help.
A skill Conley has mastered as she's found creative and inventive ways to teach her students.
She's incredibly thrifty. She makes the most of the resources that she has. So this is awesome that she got this prize money, because she's going to be able to do a lot with it.
I reached out to some of my friends, and they have sponsored a child in my class to help them get books every single month.
Conley says the money she has won will go right back to her students.
Going to be going towards reading and math, probably some STEM things for my kids.
Because for Conley, teaching her first grade students to read is what matters most.
I struggled as a reader when I was a kid, and I had an amazing set of teachers that helped me learn to read. And that's part of the reason I became a teacher, is I had amazing teachers, and I want these guys to get the best that they can.
In Northport, Jacqueline Matter, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Well, if you'd like to nominate a great teacher in our area from either Sarasota or Manatee County, you can go to our website, mysuncoast.com/chalkboardchampions, and nominate them there. Let's get over to the kitchen again. John is with our guest today, Chef Flavio from Flavio's on Siesta Key. John?
It is a pleasure having Flavio in the kitchen. Always a pleasure, sir.
Thank you.
You're a legend on Siesta Key. How
Thank
long
you.
you been there at that restaurant?
28 years.
28 years. And for a restaurant to last 28 years, I think you got to be doing something right.
Something right, yeah.
Something right. And you've got a second restaurant now also in Sarasota,
Yes,
right?
Beulah on Main Street.
On Main Street. If you don't know it, Beulah, beautiful, beautiful restaurant. It's got a nice little eating plaza kind of outside,
Yeah,
as well
outside
as inside,
garden, yeah.
fine dining, gorgeous place. Yeah. So congratulations on your success.
Thank you, Scott.
What are you cooking for us today?
We have a homemade tagliolini pasta. We are made with lemon, flour, and eggs.
Ooh,
and we
that
put
sounds
in the water to boil because they cook fast. If you don't have a patience to make your own pasta, just use a regular linguine.
But it's not nearly as good, is it?
It's not nearly good.
Not even close.
Then we have some stone crab, and I start cooking with some extra virgin olive oil.
How's stone crab doing this year?
Not bad.
Not bad.
You know, compared to the red tie situation. A little bit of crushed red pepper. And then we add some fresh roast pepper. It's too hot. Like that. Okay, and then we add the stone crab.
And in goes the stone crab.
Okay, it's partially cooked, like steam it and clean.
Is this how you serve it at the restaurant? You kind of open it up like this, make it easy?
Yeah, easy for the customer
eat?
to eat. Yes, of course.
So no banging with the mallets required?
No. They're ready to go. And we add the lemon zest, parsley.
Nice.
And when the pasta should be almost ready, there we go.
Yeah, so fresh pasta doesn't take long to cook.
Doesn't take a long at all to cook.
Not like
the regular store-bought pasta. Exactly. So the pasta is ready to go. We strain the pasta. Okay. And we add to our mixture right here. And we find last touch, a little bit of lemon juice, fresh squeezed lemon juice. And just toast a little bit.
Oh, is your wife still making the desserts out there?
Oh yeah,
Well,
she
tell
makes
her
all
hello.
the
She
coconut
makes-
cream pie, chocolate cake,
She makes
you name it.
beautiful things.
Yeah.
She sure does.
And we present it's very quick dish because we already got the old fresh pasta and stone crab like that, and it's ready to go.
Oh, where's my fork? Look at that. And you've got a little accompaniment of a wine there. What kind of a wine would you recommend?
we
serving with
recommend this Pinot Grigio from Friuli, Cortaccia. It's very nice and dry, go well with the stone crab.
And they got that little lemony hint in
Lemon
there.
and the lemon zest and
the
the lemon
parsley.
juice. Yeah.
Nice. It's available all the time on your menu out there?
All the time. See, if you don't have it on the, no, it's not on the menu, it's on a special board.
On the special.
And if you request, just let me know because I'm always there at the door and I go back in the kitchen and I make for you.
You are always there, always eager to please your customers.
Of course.
On CSK, you're going to have a very busy weekend, I should imagine, with the classic out there.
Yes, we will. I hope so.
I'm sure you will. Plus, just an assurance, we're going to see a front come through. It's going to shift the winds around to the east, and I don't think there's going to be much of a red tide problem for about 5, 6, 7 days in a row.
No, red tide looks like it start to go away.
It is.
Yeah,
nice significantly. Yeah, a whole lot. Well, Flavio, always a pleasure having you in the kitchen. You come back and visit us anytime.
Thank you very much, my friend.
Just a reminder, the recipe for this dish is on our website, mysuncoast.com. Click on the recipes button, and it will take you right there with the video instructions and the recipe as well. Flavio, out on Siesta Key. Thank you very much, sir. We'll be right back.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do-it-yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Outback is an IIHS top safety pick for 10 years running. Lease a new Subaru Outback today for just $249 a month, or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Ever since I can remember, I've been intrigued by industrial design and the optimization.
Wait, that's passion? Ever since I can remember, my passion has been industrial design. We need 3D printers for Miss Adams' engineering program so that we are ready to solve 21st century challenges.
Impressive. Think It Up is a new initiative to support student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classroom today? Think It Up.
ABC 7, the Suncoast's official Florida lottery station.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
California, where a wildfire has displaced an entire community. Plus, the FBI is now looking for a man who they believe might have information about a missing North Carolina teenager.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 12:30.
Welcome back. Our top story at 12:30. Wildfires continue to burn out of control in parts of California. Parts of Malibu being evacuated today because of the Woolsey fire. And in the city of Paradise in Northern California, a state of emergency is declared. The fast-moving Camp Fire exploding overnight, forcing thousands out of their homes. ABC's Natalie Brunell has the latest.
A trio of wind-driven fires exploding in California.
I'm so scared.
The first inferno flaring up Thursday afternoon, the Hill Fire jumping the 101 freeway in Thousand Oaks, California. Then the Woolsey Fire erupting, ballooning overnight, fanned by strong Santa Ana winds. dozens of homes going up in flames.
We lost everything, trailers, all our belongings.
More than 75,000 people under evacuation orders.
You just have to come up out of it and rebuild. That's our idea.
Meanwhile, to the north, the fast-moving Camp Fire raging about 90 miles outside Sacramento. Winds there gusting 50 miles per hour, sparking fire whirls.
We've got 4 people trapped in the basement.
One of them, a nurse trapped in a hospital basement. Thinking she had no way out, she posted a goodbye letter to her family on Facebook, attaching a terrifying video. Tamara Ferguson writing, "To all my friends and family, and especially John and my kids, I love you with all my heart. I am trapped in this horrific fire and can't get out." Police getting to her group just in time.
Heavenly Father, please help us.
In the city of Paradise, hell on earth. An estimated 2,000 structures reduced to ashes. There's no word when the 101 freeway here might reopen, and firefighters say their biggest concern is the winds are already picking up this morning and conditions here are bone dry. Natalie Brunel, ABC News, Calabasas, California.
A federal judge blocks construction of the Keystone XL pipeline. The ruling says the Trump administration violated environmental laws when it approved a permit for the pipeline. The court ordered the Department of State to update the project's environmental impact statement. The Obama administration denied a permit based on its contents before the Trump administration reversed that decision. Officials must now provide an explanation as to why that decision was reversed if it hopes to proceed. The pipeline would transport oil from Canada's tar sands across the country to refineries along the Gulf Coast. The FBI is asking for help identifying a man who could help them find a missing 13-year-old girl from North Carolina. The FBI releasing this surveillance video, which shows a man walking wearing light shoes and a dark hoodie. Now, he's not a suspect in Hania Aguilar's disappearance, but investigators want to talk to him because he was the only person walking around the area when she went missing on Monday. A witness says Aguilar was outside her home in Lumberton Monday when a man forced her into a vehicle.
This individual may have information because, as far as we can tell, he's the only person who's on foot at that time of day, that time of the morning in the area. This is one piece that was going to lead us to, hopefully, the rest of the puzzle.
Investigators say several vehicles were seen on video driving by the man in the video, and they're asking anyone who saw him or may know him to call police. All right, Friday here on the Suncoast. Let's get a check on our weather with meteorologist John Scalzi. And we've had warm weather all week, sort of unseasonably warm weather.
Sure enough, yeah. And you know what? We're seeing that the Weather Prediction Center is increasingly confident that we're going to get an El Nino again this winter, which will mean more warmer than average weather, as well as possibly some more severe weather too, as we have seen in previous El Ninos with tornado threat increasing and such as that. We do have a front sinking southward over the course of the weekend, which should help maybe take the edge off some of this heat. That'll be nice, and it looks like it's coming through without a severe weather threat as well. So all in all, I think we're in pretty good shape for the weekend. Lakewood Ranch webcam put into motion shows, well, not a lot of motion initially, but a few fair weather clouds building now. I think like the last couple of days, we'll probably see a few of those clouds building into some showers, mostly east of the interstate. A small chance, but it does exist. Right now, everything's very quiet on radar and will be for the next several hours. But hey, check this out. For you folks who are down here, you snowbirds from Erie and Rochester and Allegheny, how about that? Look what you're missing. A lot of snowfall there. In fact, we could see snowfall amounts totaling half a foot of snow, as well as some freezing rain moving into lower elevations of New York, coming up pretty close to some of the suburbs and commuting cities of New York City. So that's pretty impressive. Otherwise, a little bit further closer to home in parts of the Deep South, those areas colorized there are freeze watches and warnings. Yep, cold air is sinking southward. Some of it may take the edge off the current temperatures that we've been experiencing, which are now at 85 most everywhere. Some places a little cooler, but not too terribly much. We'll top it out today about a little bit warmer than where we are right now, but pretty close to that as we're developing our sea breeze. We'll talk about the weekend weather coming up in just a few. Scott?
All right, John, thank you. An update now on when an emergency renourishment project will begin on Lido Beach. City of Sarasota officials say crews will continue to move in equipment and pipes today, and then the actual sand dredging and pumping will likely begin sometime tomorrow. The project should take about 3 months to complete. They'll pump sand from New Pass. A much bigger project and longer project is scheduled for next fall. taking sand from Big Pass, which is between Lido and Siesta Keys. Red tide is still affecting some Suncoast beaches. Next week, you can learn more about the science behind harmful algae blooms and the ongoing impacts of red tide across the state. Sarasota County's Extension Office will have a panel of experts discuss stormwater management, climate change, blue-green algae, discharges from Lake Okeechobee, and much more. It'll be held at the auditorium at Ringling College of Art and Design in Sarasota on Thursday from 6 to 7:30 p.m. You have one more chance to enjoy a great bowl of soup and help families in need here on the Suncoast. Restaurants from across the area are taking part in this year's Empty Bowls fundraiser. All of the money raised will go to the Food Bank of Manatee. Yesterday, that fundraiser took place in Bradenton. Today, it's happening right now on Main Street in Lakewood Ranch. Admission is $30. Sand sculptors from around the world will be on Siesta Key this weekend. They're taking part in the 9th annual Siesta Key Crystal Classic. 8 teams and 8 solo artists will start creating their masterpieces this morning. You can check them out all weekend long. The winning sculptures will be named on Sunday afternoon, and there's more than just sand sculptures going on. There will be a village of shopping along with food and drink vendors and some live music. Some downtown Sarasota streets will temporarily close on Sunday. The city's annual Veterans Day Parade will roll down Main Street. It starts at 10 a.m. at Osprey Avenue and will move west towards the bay, ending at Gulfstream Avenue. Afterwards, a ceremony will take place at J.D. Hamill Park. This year's ceremony will honor Vietnam veterans and all female veterans, including World War II female vets, with the theme, All Gave Some Gave All. Halloween is now over and the holidays are fast approaching. The retail holiday season started a bit early this year. ABC 7's Marla Spence joined us with a look at whether this is expected to boost sales and draw shoppers out early. Marla?
Well, Scott, it's never too early to start celebrating, but the big question is whether it's too early to put out those holiday decorations or even start buying holiday gifts. Today, the UTC Mall expects to turn on its holiday lights and host a list of events to kick off its holiday season. Although it seems retail stores and some malls may be jumping the gun when it comes to prepping for the holidays, the mall's marketing director and general manager tells us each year around this time, staff put up decorations, so this isn't anything new.
We actually start in the middle of August putting the lights up. It takes significant amount of time and effort to really get all the holiday lights up throughout the entire UTC districts. It's over 1.5 million lights, 70,000 light strands. So as you can imagine, it's a lot of time and effort that goes into it.
It's really to give back to the community, but part of it is to enhance the holiday experience. And that's one of the reasons why we go to all this effort. We put all this time and money into really giving this gift back to the community. But yeah, it does drive traffic to the center, and we all know that more traffic to the center means more business.
And UTC plans to kick off the holiday season tonight with a list of events, from the lights being turned on to ice skating, snow tubing, and even an appearance by Santas, followed by fireworks. Now, we want to know your thoughts. If decorating now is too early, you can go to our Facebook page, ABC7 Sarasota WWSB, and join the conversation. Scott?
Yeah, they do a spectacular light display there at UTC Mall. Thank you so much, Marla. Still to come in your Suncoast News, an important recall alert you need to know about, and then where more Sears stores are closing down here in the state of Florida.
Planning a Carnival Fantasy Cruise out of Mobile? Then check out the park and cruise packages at the luxurious Battle House and Renaissance Riverview Plaza hotels. Stay at the Battle House for $169 per night, or the Riverview Plaza for just $149 per night, and leave your car for the duration of your cruise. Includes transportation to and from the cruise terminal. If you're cruising out of Mobile, come stay with us. Call 1-800-MARRIOTT or visit Marriott.com now.
Rugs as Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
There are lots of people who are confused about which Medicare plan is right for them.
Hey, that's me. I barely know where to start.
Well, start here with me, Karen. I'm a licensed Humana sales agent.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Karen. I'm John Smith.
Hi, John. At Humana, we know you're unique, so you have different needs from other John Smiths.
Yeah, I've always thought so.
And together, we can find a plan that's right for you.
Great. I go to the doctor a couple of times a year, and I have some prescriptions, but I'm never fully sure of what's covered and what's not.
With Humana's all-in-one Medicare Advantage plans, you get coverage for hospital stays, doctor visits, and Part D prescription drug benefits, all for an affordable and sometimes no monthly plan premium.
Do you have any more information?
Sure, I'll get a decision guide in the mail to you today. They're free.
Finally, someone who understands the real me.
Your health and happiness is important to us. Call or go online now to get your free decision guide. Call a licensed Humana sales agent today.
It's year-end clearance time at every Gettle location. Over 3,000 new vehicles, over 1,000 used vehicles on clearance right now at Gettle.com. And Gettle Pre-Owned Certified Plus means buying with peace of mind. Get credit help, fast cash for your car, and year-end clearance prices right now at a Gettle dealership near you. Gettle's got it. At Gettle.com.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on MySuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at MySuncoast.com/dining. Now your ABC7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
Air temperature coming in at 85 degrees. We have plenty of sunshine out there. We have a southwest wind now at about 10. Now that westerly component, that's going to be with us throughout the day today, but by tomorrow, when a front sinks south, it's going to switch just a little bit. It's going to become a little bit more easterly and stay there really for a prolonged period of time. So that's going to help a lot with, I think, the red tide that has been a problem along our coastline recently in terms of irritants in the air. It'll push them back out into the water. A dew point value coming in at 72. That's too high. Let's cut it down. What do you say? We'll do that tomorrow as the front comes through and the wind shift to the north. We'll watch that 72 dew point fall back down into the 60s. Remember, a dew point value is the scientific measurement for how much moisture there is in the air. And dew points in the 70s, most everybody is going to say that feels a little on the muggy side. In the 60s, people think that's pretty comfortable. In the 50s, they think it's great. Usually, that's pretty much the consensus. So we'll be heading back down into the 60s tomorrow. 84-degree air temperature by about 3 p.m. after having reached the daytime high, and the west coast sea breeze moving a bit inland, giving us about a 10% chance of a late-day shower. Right now, no showers in progress. It's pretty quiet. You go further to the north, there's lots of showers in progress. That's all part of the cold front I spoke of that is heading in our direction, producing right now some fairly heavy rainfall around areas of Leon County, around Tallahassee area, and then stretching back toward Houston coastline and then on up toward northeast, where they're transitioning into snowfall from really the western Great Lakes already to all the way to the eastern Great Lakes. Pennsylvania and New York, all in upstate areas, seeing some fairly good snowfall totals over the course of the next 12 hours or so. This tan color is the dry air. It's filtering in. It's going to reduce our rain chance a little bit today. There'll still be a few around, but it's going to reduce it a little bit. What it will mainly do, I think, is to kind of cut back on the chance of rainfall or showers with the approaching frontal system that moves through. We have had a lot of moisture in the air, so to get rid of it before these fronts come through kind of eliminates the threat of severe weather for us. That front moving through our area during the day tomorrow will bring us that wind shift. So a sun cloud mix today and still warm, but tomorrow it will be a little bit cooler by about 4 degrees, 5 degrees, something like that. And it'll be noticeably less humid, though not as noticeably cooler and less humid as it will be when the next front comes through with the colder air back behind it. That'll occur on Wednesday of our upcoming week. And with that will come, I think, a pretty blustery wind. And we'll watch that one for the potential of possibly some severe weather, but we will have dried out pretty well with this first front coming through. But we will have about a 12 to 24-hour period where we could potentially moisten up enough to produce some thunderstorms with that second front. Thunderstorm activity today, you can see that outlined in green. Tomorrow, just not a big risk of thunderstorms. And then as we head into Sunday, There will be a chance for showers and thunderstorms mostly back to the west and in the southern tip of our state. Rainfall futurecast shows that as the front moves through, mostly it'll be along the other coast as we get that easterly wind flow kind of developing, a northeasterly wind flow, picking up a few scattered showers there. But for us, don't think we're going to see a lot of rain with this front moving through. Forecast for boating looks pretty good today. A west wind coming in at about 5 knots during the evening, bringing you a light chop with 2-foot seas. Over the next several days, 87 today, tomorrow, we lower the temperature by about 4 or 5 degrees, I think. And then as we head into Sunday, even a little bit more perhaps. On Veterans Day, looks nice on Veterans Day. Might see some moisture returning during the second half of the day. And then on Monday, we'll start to cloud up. Tuesday, our best chance of rain for the week as the front moves through. And then cools us down for Wednesday and Thursday, dipping our temperatures to below average for a change. Scott?
That'll be super nice. All right, John, thank you so much. Subaru is recalling about 640,000 vehicles because they can potentially stall out. Some 2018 Outback and Legacy models may have a software issue affecting the low fuel indicators, meaning people could run out of gas. Also, some older model Imprezas and Crosstechs have a faulty spring that could affect the engine. Across the country, we're spending more than ever for used cars. The auto website Edmunds reports the average price for a used car hit an all-time high of just over $20,000 in the third quarter. Higher interest rates as well means that the average used car buyer is also paying a record high payment of about $400 every month. More trouble for retailer Sears and Kmart. Sears Holdings announcing 11 more Kmart stores and 29 Sears locations will shut their doors in February. 2 are here in Florida, one in Boynton Beach, the other in Jensen Beach. Now that's in addition to the nearly 200 locations that the company plans to shut down over the next couple of months. A Suncoast store is on that closing list. It's the one at DeSoto Square Mall in Bradenton. And when all is said and done, fewer than 500 Sears and Kmart stores will remain open across the country. Still to come in your Suncoast News, a classic Beatles album has been re-released in honor of its 50th anniversary. And one of the most famous Christmas stories is now back to theaters starting today.
You like to pay less. That's why you made Honda Accord the best-selling mid-size car in America. Get the redesigned Accord, the North American Car of the Year, or Civic, a KBB.com Best Buy for less than the competition. Like SUVs and trucks? Get Motor Trend's SUV of the Year, CRV, the 8-passenger Pilot, or Ridgeline truck for up to $4,240 less. Today at your local Honda dealer.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Hi, I'm Janelle Hale, founder and CEO of the National Breast Cancer Foundation. No one should face breast cancer alone. When I was diagnosed 36 years ago, there was no internet, and I had to make a decision with little information. Early detection saved my life. It could save yours too. To learn what every woman needs to know about breast cancer, visit nbcf.org/hope.
Cancer doesn't run in my family. That really was the farthest thing from my mind. I've been an athlete my whole life and I work in sports, so my mindset was just, let's fight. So our stories are all unique, so whatever you're going through, ask questions, get information and be involved. Don't ignore the signs. Join the fight. I'm Tony Beasley, and I'm a stage 2 colorectal cancer survivor.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
In entertainment news, a well-known actor tries directing. A legendary guitarist gets in the holiday spirit, and where you can find the missing link. Here's David Daniel with a Hollywood Minute.
Why you break my balls? Because you can do better, Mr. Vallelonga.
Viggo Mortensen is drawing raves for his latest role in Green Book opening this month, but he's already looking ahead to his next challenge, directing. The 60-year-old actor has been planning to step behind the camera for a long time and tells GoldDerby.com he's finally found the time and the money to go forward. The project is called Falling, a drama. He also wrote it and plans to star in the film.
I hear sleigh bells ring, but I haven't heard a word from you in years.
Eric Clapton's first album in 2 years is a holiday disc. Happy Christmas mixes famous and lesser-known holiday songs and includes a new Clapton tune, For Love on Christmas Day. Happy Christmas is available now.
Meet Mr. Link. You know, like missing link.
Ah!
Wait, I don't get it.
Here's your first look at Missing Link, about a funny, furry, 8-foot connection to our past who's looking to his future. Zach Galifianakis, Hugh Jackman, and Zoe Saldana lead the voice cast of the animated comic adventure, which lumbers into theaters next April. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
He may be a mean one, but The Grinch will take the top spot at the box office this weekend. Predictions have the Hollywood film starring the voice of Benedict Cumberbatch opening somewhere in the $60 million range. The thriller The Girl in the Spider's Web, starring The Crown's Claire Foy, is looking at a less impressive $10 to $15 million in ticket sales. Also opening in that same range, the Nazi zombie horror flick called Overlord. A remixed and remastered version of the classic Beatles' White Album is out today, overseen by Giles Martin, the son of engineer George Martin, often referred to as the fifth Beatle. Martin says they uncovered some fascinating things going through the outtakes.
Even during the session tapes of One More Time Gently Weeps, Paul starts singing Let It Be. And you think, wait a second, he had Let It Be then as well? I mean, they were just... And so I think the most revealing thing for me to work on the White Album is just how creative they were all of the time.
The re-release is in honor of the 50th anniversary of the White Album. That'll make you feel old, huh?
Really?
I know.
Wow, that sounds cool though, right?
Yeah.
Remastered, remixed, probably have pretty good sounds.
Even better.
Yeah.
Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you again at 4.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with the family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, fishing, or biking and hiking. Or play the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy the flavors of the Black Belt. Book your adventure at our lodges or stay in the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. Gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. So wet.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. And as soon as I start to make my breakfast, Hamilton is right there. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. I mean, look at this little face. How could you not love him?
There was this big bruise on my friend's face. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to think her own nephew could have hit her.
I didn't want to see it. My mother's bank account was emptied, and a caregiver had taken control of it.
I didn't want to see it. My father's refrigerator. There was hardly anything in it. That's unusual for him.
It's tough to see that a senior citizen is being abused, physically, emotionally, sexually, or financially. Elder abuse is a crime.
So see the signs. Stop the crimes.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC7 News app.